Welcome to the Fiscal Fitness Podcast, where personal finance is about the person, not the numbers, and budget isn't a four-letter word anymore. Here's your co-host and certified professional financial coach, Jill Emanuel.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Fiscal Fitness Podcast. I am your host, Coach Jill Emanuel. I'm the lead financial coach for Fiscal Fitness Phoenix, and I am super excited to dive into today's podcast. We have some fun brewing over here at Fiscal Fitness, and so today's podcast is dedicated to giving you a sneak peek, some insights about some fun things that are coming our way, and a topic that I think is just can be so remarkably life-changing and intriguing and exciting and a little bit scary. So I am going to give you guys the down low on what we've been working on over here. So those of you who've been following us for some time, or who maybe are clients of ours already, you know that we are all about helping people to really feel empowered around their own personal finances, to see that they can truly have the things in their life that they really want to have, that they can achieve those dreams that they have for themselves through their, use of their own finances and how to best utilize the money that they have to create the dreams that they truly want. And that is where our passion lies. Well, we are very privileged to have a lovely, amazing network of other people that are also on this same journey to just educate the world. We say this all the time, but we are on a mission to change the way the world looks at money, to change the way that people feel about their finances and their own abilities in this life. And we got back from a national conference a few weeks ago. We were at FinCon out in Washington, D.C., and we got to connect with so many other money nerds out there. It's always a really fun time of year for us to get to sit around and just totally geek out about financial concepts with thousands of other people who are totally into the same things as us. And one of the people that we got to see while we were at FinCon was our friend David Bauer of Phiology. So if anyone is already familiar with the Camp Phi events, he puts those on. And then he also wrote the book, or the workbook rather, on Phiology. So it's Phiology. And so it is really the study of financial independence. So when I say Phi, for those of you who are new to this concept, new to the term, just know that Phi stands for FI, and that is for financial independence. And that's really what this podcast is about today. And it is about the exciting new course that we are about to roll out here in a couple of weeks at Fiscal Fitness. And so I wanted to give you guys all the inside scoop on what we've got going on. So we sat down with David at FinCon out in Washington, D.C., and we were totally just geeking out about all of the amazing things that we've seen clients go through and that he's helped people through on their journey to becoming financially independent. And as we were just talking and brainstorming, this idea evolved, as it seems like it always does when Kelsa and I get to go to events like this, that we come out of it with our brains bursting with new ideas and new vision of what we can do to help offer our community and our world something that's really going to help move them forward. And that is exactly what happened with this conversation with David, is that he said, I really want to find a way to get my message out there in a bigger and broader way. I want to be able to impact more lives, to help more people reach financial independence just as I have, because it has tremendously changed my life and given me so many options. And he said, I know you guys help people with coaching and you do courses, and how can we collaborate together to bring this vision to life? And of course, Kelsa and I said, let's do this, because we don't waste any time. When a new amazing idea comes our way, we'd like to jump right into action. And that is exactly what we did. So 1 month later, here we are coming home from our trip to Washington, D.C. for the FinCon conference, and we are getting ready to launch the Roadmap to Financial Independence course, which is going to be a 4-week live coaching program that we are rolling out. The Registration is going to be going live around the 10th of October, 10th or 11th, and the course will officially kick off on Monday nights. It will start October 21st, and it will go for the following 4 Monday nights. So the 21st, the 28th, and then November 4th and 11th. And these are going to be live calls on Zoom where you get to log in, spend some time with Kelsa and I, and we are going to talk and teach you all about how to launch your journey to financial independence. So some of you might be like, okay, great, Jill, what are you talking about? So let me just back up a second here, because for some of you, I'm imagining that this idea of financial independence doesn't have an exact meaning, right? Like the words together sound beautiful. Who doesn't want financial independence? It sounds so free and so lovely, but what is that exactly? And so I want to kind of plant the seed and begin to shed some light on this idea of financial independence and why it matters, why you should even care, okay? And financial independence, as we are teaching it, as we are going to be coaching around it in this course, is really this movement, if you will, this idea that so many people, thousands of people now, have been really pursuing financial independence or have reached it at a very young age. And the idea of financial independence is that you have a large enough, strong enough net worth that it is producing enough passive income that you do not need to work if you do not want to. Okay, so the idea is that you're able to pull enough from your investments and from your passive income to support your needs without you having to work. And this movement, this idea of financial independence, really we have been taught that we are supposed to work and work and work until we're able to retire. And then when we retire, we hope that we have enough money to survive until the end of life. And maybe we'll get to do some of the things that we want. And I do not believe that that is how we are meant to live and spend our lives here on this amazing planet of ours during our time here. So the idea of financial independence is that we don't need to wait until we retire to begin to live our lives, and that we do not need to wait to find options and to be able to pursue the things that we truly want to pursue. So let me pose this question to you, because I bet that some of you can relate, if not all of you. But I know when I was younger, when I was growing up, I loved artwork. I loved to draw. I loved to paint. I would be happy all day long if all I could do was just work on some art. That was like my pure joy. And as I began to grow up, I started hearing people talk about poor struggling artists and hear these phrases over and over, and how artists don't ever make any money and no one actually, makes an income or can survive being an artist, or what are you going to do with that? And this idea of becoming an artist just slowly got sucked out of my soul, that it was not a realistic thing to do, that people who are responsible don't really do this because they're going to struggle and be unhappy. And so, of course, it gets replaced with this idea of you need to find a job, or you need to have a pursuit that pays better and not have a pursuit that you are passionate about and that fills your soul. And I think that's just so sad, and it's so unfortunate, yet it is the reality in most cases that we go to school, we get degrees, we do all of the things to try to earn a good income, and then we just keep trying to earn an income so that we can have the house and have the car and do the things, travel the world, have our kids in sports, whatever those things may be. But there's this constant driver that we must continue to work and work harder and earn more so that we can have more. But really, all the while, how fulfilling is our life, right? Are we truly living our life just to fill it up with things? Or should we be seeking a way in our life and in this existence to spend our days doing the things that fill our soul and that we feel passion in? Now, I feel that I am so blessed because I've been able to find that through financial coaching, that this is truly the thing that fills me up, that gives me so much fulfillment and excitement and passion throughout the day. And I do feel so blessed and so privileged to be able to do something that really lights me up day in and day out. But I know I struggled for years trying to make that transition or trying to find the thing that really filled my soul the way that this does. And I saw my friends and my colleagues and coworkers and, family and people that I talk to out in the world at large who are so bogged down or so unhappy or so stressed or feel so beholden to their job. And, they'll say things like, oh, if it was up to me, I would just go and teach yoga all day. And that's what I would do. But they don't even entertain the thought of how could I make that actually a reality, right? Like we are all so quick to dismiss those inkling, nagging thoughts in the back of our heart, in the back of our mind, that we just say, that's not possible for me. Let's be real. Let's be realistic. That's never going to happen. We push it down or ignore it or dismiss it without even spending any time to begin to ponder it, research it, see what it would take to actually make that idea become a reality. And I think that's just so sad. I think that we all deserve the opportunity to at least consider what it would look like to be able to live our life the way that we really want to, right? Like we deserve it. We owe ourselves that much. And this idea of financial independence is really how so many people are beginning to approach this. So the idea is to start now, that we're going to start small, that it does not happen overnight, but the course that we're going to be doing, that we're launching on the 21st of October. So just know that it is coming up and coming up quick. And we are going to be really giving you insights about what does financial independence mean to you? What would it look like? What is your number that you would need to hit, that you should start working towards focusing on to begin working that way to reach financial independence? What would your life look like and why does it matter? Because we really need to dive into some of that. And what financial changes can you make little by little to be moving you more quickly towards reaching this level of financial independence? So financial independence does not mean that you don't have to work or that you're never going to work. It means you can choose that, right? That you could have enough money to pay your bills, not have to work if you don't want to. But many people, what they really see in this world of financial independence is that they have built up enough of a, solid investments and net worth that they can choose to pursue their passions, right? They can truly do the things that they love. They can have some options, some freedom, some choices to entertain the ideas that they've always wanted to do and never felt they had the ability to. And that's really what we're going to be talking about during this 4-week course. We're going to be helping you to get clear on how much is your monthly expenses, your annual spend, what is the dollar amount that you would need to call yourself FI? What does that mean for you as far as how much you would be pulling from your investments? How can we build some habits to support this along the way, build in some milestones and rewards, because it is a long journey. I'm not going to lie. It does not happen overnight, but what breaks my heart is people who think I want that, but they never even begin with the first step of trying to get there. They never really entertain the idea or begin to research it or begin to see what they can do. And we all have to start somewhere. So people can say, oh, it's too late for me, or I should have started that 5 years ago, or, this or that. And hey, I hear you. I wish I would have started in my 20s. I wish that I knew then what I know now, but I can't go back, right? There's no changing the past. I made plenty of my own financial mistakes. I learned through some really bad ones. And the good news is that I sought out the information, I sought out the help, I learned what I could to change my behaviors and my patterns. I continue to challenge it or try to make it better year after year. And I know that, granted, I'm not going to be financially independent within the next year. But if I keep working hard for the next year, I'm going to be all that much closer by being intentional about it and by knowing what that would mean to me. And so I hope that this inspires some of you. I hope that it plants a little seed that there is some driver out there for many people called financial independence. It truly is this new movement and thought pattern around our money and the way that we're living our lives, about how to be intentional now so that we can truly live the life that we want for the rest of our lives, so that we don't need to wait until we're 75 to begin to think about, what do I want to do now, right? So those of you who are interested, I truly hope that you are going to reach out. You can find information about the Roadmap to Financial Independence course. It will be on our website at fiscalfitnessphx.com, on our Facebook page, within our Facebook group, the Fiscal Fitness group. So you can join that if you're not there on Facebook already. There's going to be a lot of activity within the group related to the course. We will be going live every Monday for 4 Monday nights in a row. The courses will likely be about 2 hours of live coaching with your Q&A, and there will be additional support throughout the week in between within our Facebook group. And so I'm super excited for this. I can't wait to help some of you begin your journey, begin thinking about how you can create that life for yourself that really fills you up, that gives you that intentionality, that passion, and that fulfillment. And it is all on your roadmap to financial independence. So that's all I've got for you guys today. And I really look forward to hearing from you and seeing you inside of the course. If you have any questions, as always, please drop us a comment or message us. And I look forward to seeing you then. Bye-bye.
If you would like more information about how we can help you take the stress out of money with one-on-one financial coaching, please check out our website, www.fiscalfitnessphx.com. And please join our private Facebook group by going to facebook.com/groups/fiscalfitnessmoney. And if you have a passion for personal finance and are interested in helping others take the stress out of money by becoming a financial coach, check out our financial coach training program at www.financialcoachacademy.com and join our free Facebook group by searching Facebook for Financial Coaches Unite. We'll see you on the next episode of the Fiscal Fitness Podcast, where we'll help the world take the stress out of money.